Delayed sword is off a right-hand punch. What we want to do is we want to break down the technique for you. In a regular street situation, you're going to have a start of a fight, you're going to have an end of a fight. The technique is what falls in play in the middle of the fight. There's a start of the technique and there's an end of a technique. We want to show you the three dimensions of it. The start of the technique, the end of the technique, and what we like to refer to as the finish. By putting a person in a state, they're going to have to think about if they want to continue the actual attack itself. There's three levels that you're going to be seeing on this yellow belt tape. The three levels it's going to be consist of is hurt, maim, and kill. That can sound very, very violent. But if the person that's attacking you, if they're attacking you with one of these levels, hurt, maim, or kill, it has to be answered with the same amount of self-defense. Self-defense is applied not only to defense, but it has to be applied to offense also. Your first form of self-defense is visual. Your eyes tell you what's going on with the perpetrator that's coming in to make the attack onto you. We're going to bring out Larry right now. I'm going to show you exactly how the start of the fight, the technique, not the start, the technique starts to lay out for itself. Larry? Larry comes out and he's going to throw a right-hand punch. As the right-hand punch comes in, we're going to block it. These are two blocks, but in our school, in American Kenpo, we want you to realize one thing. There are strikes. We're using blocks as strikes here. This is exactly how we want to set it up. We have a hammer fist to the wrist. That's a joint shot. We have a hammer fist to the muscle, bicep. What we want to do is we want to stop the flow of the blood in here and actually paralyze his arm. By doing this right here, we've already got our first two attacks set in place. We're drawing back to set up a little bit more distance to set up our next attack. We can go to the organs, being that of the testicles and the groin area. Or we can take out the knee going to the joint. In this scenario right here, I'm going to go ahead and take out the knee. As I take out the knee, I widen my base as I land down forward. By blowing the knee out, I've also taken the perpetrator down with me. This allows my next strike, which is a hand sword, to fit the contour of the body, to set in place. I'm going to be striking the side of the neck. By striking the side of the neck, it's going to make major damage internally, not externally. But also attack his equilibrium, striking to here. This is the end of the technique. But the end of the technique is not finished till we say it's finished. By doing so, we're going to finish by still holding on to control the situation and taking the person down. By taking the person down, we've opened up everything that we have right here laid in front of us. We have the ribs, we have the kidneys, we have the inside of the arm, we have the wrist, we have the bicep. All these areas are open to us. Now at this stage, we get to say when the situation is over, not the perpetrator. This scenario is wide open. Now it's our advantage. Let's see that once again. As Larry comes in with the right-hand punch, I execute my two shots. These shots right here are to paralyze the arm. The wrist right here, I control by a strike and then a trap. I draw back to gain distance with my lead leg. Set up for the attack. The attack, I'm going to choose to take out his leg. Now the fight is mine. I'm on the offensive. I strike. As he goes down, my base goes down as I step forward. I continue with a strike to the neck. End of technique. Now we want to lay down the foundation. Finish of the match. We have the person locked with my knee on his elbow. I have control of his hand. If he reaches for me, I have strikes to the inside. The person's wide open. What now has become the hunter has become the hunted. Ready? Strike comes in. Strike. Take him down, complete control. By taking the wrist and pushing it back, I can put more lock on his elbow. By putting more lock on his elbow, notice how Larry moves forward. That puts the other arm into check, that he can't use it. If he reaches for me with that arm, I can lock here, and that arm's going to stay away. I can use the emphasis of my knee to apply a strike in, my hand, or locking up here. One more time. This would be a regular speed that you'd possibly see it on the street.